What's up, everybody? It's the 30s perspective here. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Good answer, good answer, good answer.
Really?
So tonight's episode is on sports.
Yep, everything about to gear up, man. Football starts tomorrow.
Right. We have B Mike.
What's up?
We have the Page family, Alicia and John. And my name is Sherelle Unique. So, do we have an icebreaker tonight or no?
We do. We do have an icebreaker tonight. And this just happened.
Oh, wait, this is Brandon's episode, right? Brandon, you running this?
I'm running this one. I'm going to run this one. I'm going to run this one. I'm going to run this one. We're going to do this. All right. So, the icebreaker tonight has nothing to do with sports. The icebreaker tonight, because it just came out this week that NBC or somebody's supposed to do a reboot of the Golden Girls with a black cast. And, yo, like, I'm all the way thrown off by this.
I seen the cast members.
That's why. Like, how you gonna make a Golden Girls episode where most of the cast is in their 40s?
I got mixed feelings about it. Like, I feel you on the whole, they're in their 40s. Like, I want to see real old ladies. Like,
right. The only one that is old enough is Alfie Woodard. She's like 67. And that's the only one. Everybody else is like 43, 46. Like, that's not the Golden Girls.
Not at all.
You can't still be on some Cougar Sexiest Woman list and play Golden Girls. You can't do the same.
Nah. I don't like the cast.
Yeah. See, I have a new cast for you though.
Okay, so who's your cast?
My new cast would be, we're gonna do Pam Grier. All right. We're gonna do the dark hand Viv. I forget her name right now.
Can Viv.
She need a job, all right? She need a job right now. Dark hand Viv.
Gonna be the dark hand Viv.
Right. Dark hand Viv. You gotta grab Jennifer Lewis. She gonna play Blanche. All right, yeah. And then you're gonna grab Jackie Harris, and she gonna play Rose. Y'all know Jackie.
Yeah.
Jackie, all of them are like in their 60s, early 70s. Like, they're all at that age, man.
Well,
that's my cast.
All I know is that the cast that they picked is no good for me.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Right. Like, that's the thing. Like, overall, I don't think it needs to be redone. Overall, it doesn't need to be redone. But if they're going to do it, they gotta pick a different cast. And that's like, to me, it's not just the actors they already pick, actresses they pick. We all love the people they pick as actresses. They don't fit this show.
Right.
And they don't need a job as much as the other ones.
Right. So, with that being said.
All right, how about this one?
Yeesh.
What do y'all think about the Fresh Prince remake, the more dramatic one?
Nah.
Y'all see that? Y'all
leave Good Enough alone.
No, right. I kind of feel like I agree with what you said with Golden Girls. Like, you can leave it alone. The show was funny, you know. You can leave it alone, but if you're gonna choose some actresses, choose some different ones. I feel you on that. I'm kind of here for the Fresh Prince.
I kind of like it too.
That's how you mess up things.
Sell out.
Right.
You would call me a sellout.
Like, it's because maybe all these remixes that they're trying to do with a lot of different things. Like, I don't like the remixes of it. Like, for instance, I like Full House. They did the remake of Full House. I don't like it.
They did a reboot. Yeah, they did the reboot.
Yeah, I don't even like it one bit. I mean, like, they're trying to take some of our old movies that we grew up on and trying to remake them into.
They brought all that back.
Like, I don't know how I feel about that. Like, leave Good Enough alone. Like, that's how I feel about it. I mean, not all of them were horrible. Like, you know, I like.
Now, hold on. You say that, but that new Cobra Kai joint is awesome.
Yeah, I like Cobra Kai.
See? And, like, I've been watching this since it was on YouTube.
Y'all,
some of y'all are late. I've been watching this since it was on YouTube, and they did it 2 years ago, and the Netflix bottom, and all of a sudden everybody's like, yeah, Cobra Kai. I'm like, y'all late.
Well, it's because nobody sits and watches anything on YouTube but you.
No, it's not, man. No one, you know what it is? No one gets YouTube Premium like I do. YouTube Premium is awesome.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yo.
I got YouTube Premium.
Yeah,
Oh,
I love it. But
I
see,
watch regular.
I get it for the music because I get any music I want. YouTube.
Yeah, I had
Yeah,
that's what I
you
have
don't have to deal with the commercials or anything.
You don't have the commercials. You gotta deal with no copyright issues, man. Like you gotta deal with iTunes owns this one, but Tidal owns that one, and no, it's all on YouTube.
I have the
I can get it
premium
all.
in iTunes, so I get all the music.
Oh, iTunes.
Yeah, I don't have.
They got Beyonce on that one.
Yeah, zero
Because
commercials.
normally she's like strictly Tidal. It's Tidal, and that's it. Because my husband owns Tidal.
But that's what iTunes like. You have to pay for iTunes.
Yeah. Sure.
So, of course,
Now,
you have to pay the membership to be on there.
Yep.
Now, when it comes to like, okay, so if I'm really invested in the show, then I'm not gonna want them to touch it. Fresh Prince, I liked the show, but I wasn't all invested like that. Like I enjoyed it when I watched it. I love the characters, but like for instance, I was invested in Martin. Don't remake Martin. You know what I'm saying?
I said next.
So I understand that there are some people who are like really invested in Fresh Prince, even more so than Martin. So I understand why they wouldn't want them to change it. But for me, I like the idea of this dramatic, because it could be a dramatic story line if they do it right. They got to do it right.
That's why I like that. It's not like they're remaking like a sitcom of it. They're doing a dramatic series. It's different than that's why I'm okay with it. I love Fresh Prince. I know every episode, like as soon as it starts, within like the first 15 seconds, oh, that's that one. That's right. I'm good to go. So I mean, I want to see how they do with this dramatic series. Plus, I mean, Will Smith's behind it, so he's like, "Let's do it. Let's pull the trigger." So I'm with it.
I feel you. I can feel you on that one. I mean,
it's like going from the Tim Burton Batman to the Dark Knight Batman. One's more serious than the other one.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. All right. So here's a question though: is there any other 80s, 90s movies or sitcoms y'all think they should reboot or they should make a sequel to? Because like they brought X-Files back, and I like the way they brought X-Files back. That was pretty good. But there's something y'all think?
Off the top of my head, I can't think of anything that I'd be like, yeah, I'd love to see like the remake or like a series continue type thing. Off the top of my head, I can't think of anything right this second. What about you, Brandon? Right. You feel like there should be a remake or something?
Yo, you know what? You know what I'm excited about? They're bringing back an adult version of Legends of the Hidden Temple, and I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
See, right, right. They're bringing that back. I'm like, yeah, they used to frustrate the fuck out of me as a kid because I'm watching these kids that can't put the silver monkey together. It's 3 pieces.
Yeah,
it's 3 pieces.
I swear, no one ever won at Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Yo, there was some. You could tell the kids that watched the show. They was zipping through, and they had that monkey together, and it was crying. It was out. Oh man.
That reminds me, cause like I be watching Flores Lava on Netflix.
I watched a couple episodes of that.
So like all those type of shows are cool to bring back. You're not messing up a legacy.
Like, now that we're adults, they are doing a remake of Supermarket Sweep though. That used to be.
They can do that. They can do that. They can do that.
But they already got like an off-brand one with like Guy's Grocery Game.
No, that's different because they're cooking. Like where like
they got an off-brand version of it.
No, I want to do Supermarket Sweep. Like that was the
show. See, I remember that was on Married with Children one episode. Al Bundy and them, they had like this souped up like supermarket shopping cart that like dumped all the groceries straight out the cart onto the conveyor belt. Like it was this whole extra thing. Yeah, let's see what happens with that.
I think when it comes to like shows that's like game shows, those type of things are cool because you're still keeping like the
same concept.
Yeah.
Now it's just revamped.
Right. Now if it's an actual sitcom, I don't want to see you pretending to be the person that I used to love watching.
Right. That's why I think like I didn't like Fuller House, because I was just like this. I'm so used to like a certain type of like sitcom because we grew up on Full House, but it just seems
Yeah.
like it's a lot more corny now. Maybe
Yeah,
it's
like
just
like
for
the girl,
older-
Girl Meets World. Girl Meets World was weird.
Yeah,
I
Girl
watched a
Meets
couple
World.
episodes of Fuller House. They were like a couple episodes were entertaining, and then it got into it. And I'm just like, okay, I'm done with this.
It's just like what they came back with like the O'Connors. Unless you can really get everybody back to make you feel that nostalgic feel, it's not gonna work.
Yeah,
It's
they
not-
keep asking Brandy for a Moesha reboot, and it's like,
Why?
Why everybody did?
right?
No. They shouldn't bring back any of the UPNs. No UPN show should ever resurface. This should not happen.
Yeah, that's how
Let
I
it go. How y'all feeling about the second Coming to America?
I'm excited for it.
All right, I'm excited. Hold on, I gotta see what happens. I'm open to it.
Everybody's an Eddie Murphy fan, but like Coming to America was my movie.
I know that movie. I know every word of that movie.
I feel
like
what happens.
Touch it.
I feel it's
We'll
one
see
of those
what
things because Eddie's doing it himself, and he's still the main person.
Yeah.
That it's
And
gonna be okay, and he's not gonna just throw anything together.
Wait a second. Hold on now.
Now, recently, he's a lot more choosy now later in his career.
He is good because like I did like My Name Is Dolomite. That was a really good movie.
Hilarious.
Right, but Eddie Murphy, you know, like that was that one called Dave and
yeah, there was a lot of
come on.
Yeah, Meet Dave. It's like what the hell is
Meet Dave? It was horrendous. Now I like Pluto Nash because it is so bad, but people hate Pluto Nash too. But I like Pluto Nash. But you know,
I'm still sticking to my guns. I think that you should leave Well Enough alone.
all right.
And Coming
But you know
to
what?
America
They're just
is
remaking
a
stuff.
classic. It's one of my favorite, and it's like I feel like you're gonna take away from the original movie because it's like y'all know like when they make second movies and the second one is terrible, it's like y'all should have just left it alone at the first one because now the second one, like,
it's very hard to make a great sequel.
And the other thing is like, sometimes it'll be good, but they'll be just trying so hard. Like you got way too many celebrities, everybody trying to have a punchline.
Because
like
there's so much to live up to.
Yeah. So the story might be good, but then now all the overacting makes it like, so I'm with you on this one, Alicia. Like, I mean, I'm about to go watch it, but
right. I'm gonna watch it still, but and not only that, but like when they start adding other actors and actresses to it, like, and it's like you don't get that same vibe or feeling as the first one because it's not the, you know what I mean, like it's not the original.
The chemistry's not there. Sometimes the chemistry's off. Like
exactly, like
the best example for me is when they came out with Ocean's 8. And I love Ocean's 11, 12, and 13. They're awesome, but the chemistry between George and Brad Pitt is not going to be duplicated with some other duo, some other team. This is not going to happen the same way. And Ocean's 8 just kind of fell flat for me.
Yeah.
I was pleasantly surprised with Men in Black 3. I mean, not Men in Black 3, but
yes, that one's awesome. The third one's good.
Bad Boys 3 is what I was trying to say.
Oh yeah.
Well, you still have the main two people, so the
got the one, and they're chemistry. We love them two together.
Right. So that to me didn't like I thought it was actually a really good, third movie because it was like if they would have had like Will Smith and somebody else, like it just for me it wouldn't
doesn't work.
Same vibe. Nope. I'd have been like, nah, I'm good.
Well, they developed the characters. I mean, sometimes the chemistry works. When y'all were kids, did y'all like Grumpy Old Men?
Oh yeah.
The movie. All right. So like Walter Matthau and Jack Lemmon, they were the odd couple back in like the 70s. They already had that chemistry. And then they did the exact same thing they did for Grumpy Old Men, changed the story a little bit, but it's still the same duo, and it worked. So
I feel you on that.
A lot of people felt away. A lot of people felt away about the remake of Ghostbusters. What was y'all's thoughts on that?
Because it was trash.
Yeah, no, I don't. No.
I'm sorry. I mean,
nah.
Nah.
You're not gonna beat the first two. The first two are awesome.
And I mean, I get it, try to like cameo to like the original Ghostbusters, but
women power
in these random roles.
Right. Come on, man.
Women power.
Even the villains, man. Come on, you got Gozer and Vigo. You're not gonna be something better, Gozer and Vigo.
No.
Come on, some whackness. That was horrible.
It didn't. For me, it just didn't like, watching Ghostbusters growing up. To me, it was kind of like.
What? You didn't like Ghostbusters growing? Oh, you mean the new one? The new one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like growing up, like Ghostbusters was the movie.
Yeah. Ghostbusters was black sauce. Yeah, the third one or whatever. All right. So overall, seems like we're not cool with the reboots. They need to write something new, or at least change the cast of the Golden Girls to something better than that. All right. So let's move on to the sports thing, man. Do that.
Wait, I do want to add something. There are so many writers that they're not using. That's what frustrates me, because it's like, you would rather remake something and make it worse than to pick up some new writer that has some new and fresh ideas. So that's what bothers me.
They want to go with something that already has a fan base.
Yeah.
But I will say this, though. Here's another difference that we're not really considering. Now, as we know, there are tons of shows out now because there are tons of platforms. So what's good about that is before, when you only had a few channels, you had NBC, ABC, CBS, like UPN, WB, they only had but 24 hours in the day to fill up, and their prime time was small. So they had to make decisions on what they were going to keep and cut. And so there was not a lot of shows. Now, with all the platforms we got, with all the money that's being spent, you got Netflix making their own lineup of shows. You got Hulu, you got Amazon Prime. So there's a whole lot more shows available, because there are definitely shows I've been binge watching lately that are definitely more original, and the writers and younger writers are getting opportunities. Now, they may not be on NBC, but they're definitely hitting some bigger markets. The potential is there. So it's.
I think it's all based on like what's going, like what is not as original. Like, for instance, like when they did Orange is the New Black, it's something that we've never seen. It was something that was just so original. Like, we never grew up watching anything as such. Like, you know what I mean? We never.
Unless you watch Oz. Oz is the closest one.
Well, yeah.
I don't know. I don't remember no Adebisi and Orange is the New Black type. But
yeah, well, and, you know,
but what I'm saying,
that's the closest thing is to that one.
Yeah, but you gotta look at it like, it's a it was men driven, like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Men's prison.
Oh no, definitely a good show.
With, like, you know what I mean? But this was women. Like, this is something like people don't really realize, like, women go to prison too, like, you know what I mean? And like, what kind of atmosphere is it? Like, you know what I mean? So to see that, but it's kind of like serious, but it was a comic relief type thing. Mm-hmm. So, that's why, like, I feel that the show did so good, and it really popular, because it was something that has not been done in kind of a controversy type topic, because it's kind of like one of those things where, like, men don't feel like women poop or women, fart. Like, you know what I mean? Right. So it's like women go to prison too. Like, women do crimes. Like, horrendous crimes as well. So I don't know. It was, to me, I feel that's why that show did really good. It's
it's like Weeds. Popular. Weeds was popular for a while. Did y'all watch Weeds?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was popular for a while.
I didn't watch it until afterwards, like a couple years ago.
No, that's how you're supposed to do it. I don't want to wait for the next season. I want to binge watch the whole thing.
Well, I'm just saying, I'll
wait till the whole thing's canceled, and then I'll watch it.
Right. When it was first on. I watched it a couple years ago. Like, when it kind of one of those things where it's like, hey, I need a Netflix series to watch. Yep. And that, babe, what was that other one we watched?
What?
What's his name? Who was cooking meth out the camper?
Oh, Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad, yeah.
Excellent show.
It was.
Better Call Saul, excellent show.
Right. I didn't watch that one. I watched Breaking Bad, which I thought was downright hilarious.
You gotta watch Better Call Saul, man.
Oh, really? Maybe
Yeah,
I'll watch
because
it.
that's a spinoff from Breaking Bad.
Well, yeah, because I know, like, he was a terrible lawyer. But anyways.
It's like a prequel. It's a prequel to Breaking Bad. You gotta watch.
It's a terrible lawyer. But, I like Breaking Bad was another one. It was like Mr. School Teacher that you never think would do anything like,
Cooking up meth.
Yeah,
cooking
he was the best. He was the best
right.
because he was a chem teacher.
I think that's the whole reason on why a lot of these shows make it, and like to do sequels to them, like if they, you know what I mean, like to do stuff like that. I think that's where it kills it, because it's just like you're not doing it. So
yeah.
Anyways, but I'm just saying.
All right. So now on the sports. Well, this is kind of a dumb question for the people sitting in front of the TV right now. But do you watch sports? Why or why not? No. All right. Well, let's go with Sherelle. Sherelle, you're not into sports that much.
But you got a Steelers shirt on. Okay, shout out to Sherelle with her shirt on.
I just got this shirt.
Akron, boo.
I just got this shirt yesterday.
Listen,
she bought it at a gas station.
Yeah, you know what? Tell me it does look like a gas station T-shirt though. It's okay.
Yeah, I know, like one of the shirts inspired Giant Eagle off one of their racks.
A friend of mine gave me this shirt yesterday. So I was like, oh well, I'll just wear this for tomorrow for the podcast. So that's how this happened. But anyway, no, I don't really watch sports. I've never really been into sports. I mean, if it's playing, then like if I'm at somebody's house or something that's playing, and that's fine, whatever. If I was gonna watch regularly, it would be like probably basketball. Ironically, I used to play basketball as a kid.
Oh wow, but you don't like sports though?
Oh, you are missing out. I'm telling you.
I broke a finger, and that was about the end of.
Oh, so you had a bad experience.
Football is where it's at, girl. I'm telling you. You watch all them in them pads.
Oh, it's sexy now. Don't get me wrong. It's a eye candy for sure. But it's not something I sit and watch in my pastime. But like if I'm dating somebody, they watching it, I ain't about to say nothing about it. It just is what it is.
I've always been into sports, so like I watch all sports. Hasn't been a sport probably out here I haven't watched. Mm-hmm. I even watched polo before.
You just watching anything at that point.
Yo, I got some stuff to say.
I just kind of watch it to just see what it's all about. Like you hear about it, but you don't really you don't know nothing about it for real. Like there ain't no polo around here.
Right. Yo, you should get the Olympic channel. The Olympic channel is awesome.
But that's when I watched it before. I watched it during the Olympics.
Well, the Olympic channel is great because it's not just the Olympics.
Channel.
Olympic channel is, cause you know how you'll be watching the Olympics and they'll talk about some great athlete from like the Ukraine. You never who's this dude? And so the Olympic channel covers all the world sports, all the big qualifiers, all everything year round. You can watch all the stuff. So by the time you get to the Olympics, you know why there's hype about all these people. So I
do like watching gymnastics and ice skating. I like to see stuff like that. That's about as far as that goes though.
No, I've always been, more geared towards I guess you can say it's more like American sports. Something that, we watch a lot of, like basketball, football, hockey. I mean, I'm not real big fan of soccer, but I've sat and watched it. I played soccer. That's the sport I played the longest. Besides basketball. Basketball and soccer were two of the sports that I've played, but I can't really sit and watch soccer all like that but I can sit and watch baseball. A lot of people feel like baseball is boring, but I love baseball. I love watching.
What about, you watch golf? You're a golf watcher?
I don't know anybody in golf to really sit and watch them. Come on, man. Tiger Woods ain't the only person.
I know he's not. So, like, do you watch it for the sport, or because you get connected to the athletes themselves?
I'm a little bit of both.
Got you.
So, like, I've played basketball, so I can understand it. Like, you know what I mean? So, and then I found players that I like. Now, do I like professional? No, I like college basketball more than I like professional basketball. I'm that person.
On that. See, I'm not. I get bored by like professional level sports, and that's only because like I don't really watch a lot of basketball. I'll watch football, mostly Steelers games, but I will watch football. I'll watch the Penguins, but I get bored because sometimes I feel they're too perfect. That's why I don't watch basketball. Like it's too perfect. They're more likely to make that shot than miss it. But I do watch football because even the most professionals keep missing the ball. And you don't know what's going to happen. It's just more exciting to me.
I like professional football better than I like college because I feel like there's just too much control over college.
See? Versus, and we're going to talk about that.
Yeah, versus like professional where, you have to, like, there's more rules to it. So that means that you have to, like, your skill level has to be higher than, like, for college, you only have to have one foot in. Where in professional, you got to tap them toes, both of them.
Yeah, and that's the more into it. But I'm gonna be real with you though. Go ahead, Sheree. You have something to say?
Well, I was gonna ask Alicia, why do you like college? You said you like college basketball more.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that?
Because college basketball, I feel like they're more competitive. They're fighting more for like, that spot to go professional versus like for instance, like they're like, if I don't know if you watch like March Madness. So March Madness, when I tell you that like you will get the most craziest, like the team that is the worst could have the shot at being the final, the best. Because at that point, whenever you get to March Madness, there is no, like, you made it there, but there is no, like, it's level. It's a level playing field. Like, you know what I mean? So, like, whenever you come into college, like, you're ranked. So then, like, and that, the way that you're ranked, like, that's how you play. But when you come into March Madness, like, you're coming in even playing field, and you're going to play within your, on down into, like, what is it? The East, North, South, East, and West. And you play on down. You play on down into the best. So there is no, you're at a level. So professionally, like, you are at the highest point of your career. And a lot of these dudes, they don't play defense. They, they're lazy at playing defense. And it's like there's high scoring games. Like there is no competitiveness to the game because it's like, I'm not getting hurt. I just got this contract. Like there's no way I'm getting hurt. Where I'm not diving on the floor for the ball, it's just going out. Like, forget it. Where in March Madness, you got people on the floor, you got people like blocking, you got people jumping on top of you, whatever. Like, it's exciting.
And that's why it leads me to my next point about the fact that I actually prefer watching non-mainstream sports than I do the mainstream professional ones. Like, because people are so passionate, they're barely getting paid anything at all, and they are so passionate about their sport, it gets so intense.
Like the XFL.
I'll watch XFL, but even the smaller stuff, like for real, I'm gonna say something. The last full match of a sports game that I watched was a couple weeks ago. And I was on a YouTube rabbit hole, and I found wheelchair rugby. Look at your face. I'm going to send you a link. And it is one of the most intense things. I watched the whole match because it's like playing bumper cars with a ball. And there are people falling over, they're flying out the wheelchair, wheels are popping off, just so they can play wheelchair rugby. And it's like fully sponsored. They got sponsored, I don't know who they are. But it was so intense, I couldn't shut it off. I'm like, what's happening? I was into it. But I'll shut off an NBA game. I'll watch NASCAR in the last 10 laps. So I ain't got to watch 500 laps. I don't need to do that.
I do like to watch.
I watched.
I do like to watch boxing. I like to watch boxing. I don't like nothing too gory or nothing like that, but I like to see.
That's the best part. I want to see people get beat up.
I mean, I like to.
I'm just being real. I want to see you get beat up.
Even that's rigged, yo. You said control-wise, it's pretty rigged too. That's
come on, man. Some of it's not rigged. Some of them people be getting in there and they be hyping themselves up and then getting beat up. Like,
well, yeah. Depends on what level it is. You talking about like light?
Come on, man. So you're telling me that Mike Tyson, if that fight still happens, that Mike Tyson is going in with what's his name? That Mike Tyson ain't going to beat the brakes off him.
He is, and I'm looking forward to that one. But like, what I'm saying, like, think about this, right? When Lennox Lewis was a champion, and he was getting paid all that money, he was getting paid to give a show. And he would drag out these matches. You could tell because he was like 6'6", and nobody could really, and he would just be playing with them, and that's how he got knocked out by that road boxer. That road boxer that nobody knew. He came in there, popped Lennox, took the damn belt, and then the following week, Lennox was like, "No, we're fighting again." And he knocked him so hard, dude just rolled back on his heels and didn't even step to try to catch himself. So Lennox could fight, but he be playing around for the money and making it look good. I'm like, I don't want to see that.
Yeah, I don't want to see that. But I don't
Lennox didn't want to take the tough fight because the Klitschko's were out there and he ain't want to fight him.
Yeah, he didn't. No, see, I don't want to do that. I don't do that.
But that's how what's his name is too.
Who?
Little illiterate cuz. What's his name?
Floyd Mayweather?
Yes.
Yeah, but see, what Floyd does, because of his position, he makes up all these rules for his opponent, man. Like, he'll be like, all right, you can fight me.
Me and Don argue about this.
It's going to be all the stuff, man. He's going to be like, all right, he's going to have this weight glove. You're going to have your shoelaces tied together. You're going to have that
he wants.
Right.
I'm sorry.
To handicap the other person.
I'm sorry. Like I said, unpopular opinion, I think Floyd Mayweather is not a good boxer. Period.
I don't think he's that great either. I'm not excited. I know he got a lot of wins. I'm just not excited.
Thing too. I could come at you and throw a couple punches, and is he skilled? Yes, I think he's very skilled. But is he good? No.
Yeah, that's why when he broke the Big Show's nose, he ran.
Boxer ever, because he's so bad at boxing that he's great at it.
Right.
Oh yeah. Oh, he's smart on how to play the game.
Right.
I will give him that. He is smart on how to make sure he doesn't lose.
Just saying. That's my opinion, and a lot of people feel like I'm wrong for it, but I don't feel like I've watched his fights, and like I look at him and I'm like, he's not doing anything. Like and then here goes John. Oh, you like people hit you like heavyweight because you like people hitting each other.
You like brawls.
That's why we watch boxing.
Right.
We don't watch boxing for you to dance around
the ring.
We watch boxing for knockouts.
What is the art of boxing? The art of boxing is hit and don't get hit.
Yeah, right. But you gotta hit. You can't just.
He is hitting. Floyd is at a high percentage. He doesn't have to throw 100 punches around for what?
Man, that's why people now watch MMA instead of watching boxing. MMA
exactly.
is more popular now.
That's why MMA is off the way it did.
People coming in and they are there with 3 rounds. You got 3 rounds to do what you gotta do. So they going in there to
and they're gonna bust your head open.
They're in there to destroy the fuck out of you.
But
immediately.
But I mean, to UFC's credit, it's because they flood you with UFC. Like they have events on 3 times a week. It's hard to catch them.
Of course, they're only 3 rounds. Quit! They throw them out there.
I think boxing is becoming it's becoming one of those dying sports.
I don't think it's a dying
sport. It's starting to become that way. Yo, right now, who's the heavyweight
boxers? It's like for instance, one of the reasons why Floyd retired because he's already fought
Floyd retired because he's old.
He's fought everybody that he needs.
But it's called
he won't take nobody else.
He's old.
He won't take.
So is Mike Tyson. But you see Mike Tyson's training Mike Tyson ready to go. There's no being
Mike Tyson broke compared to Floyd. He need that check.
Yeah, he does. But still. All right, so one question. Who's the heavyweight boxing champion of the world right now?
Tyson Fury.
Yes.
And Anthony Joshua.